The only thing better than grinding all night for your side hustle is your roommate picking you up with Mickey D's breakfast. The perfect pickup deal.
There's a deal for every morning at McDonald's.
Right now, taste breakfast perfection when you get a warm and savory sausage McMuffin with egg for just $2.50. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
I enjoyed the Doritos commercial with my man,
Peter Dinklage.
No real names, man. Get out of here. The imp from Game of Thrones.
Drop top Porsche, rollie on my wrist, diamonds up and down my chain. Cardi B straight stunning, can't tell me nothing. Bossed up and I changed the game. It's my big bronze boogie.
Welcome to 4th and 10, right here on 4thdistrict.com, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio app. However you're listening, all powered by the Blog Talk Radio Network. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Nathan Owens. You can find me on Twitter at @IM_Owens. Snapchat, Instagram is just Dime Owens. 3 comedians, 10 topics. The #1 podcast of the next 4 Super Bowls. So, yeah. Well, unofficially, but we went ahead and unofficially locked down the next 4. So, thank you guys for that. All your support means the world to us. Dave Purdue's with me.
What's up, people? Yeah, I'm here. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Do or Die. That's at DUEORDIE. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good week.
I had a birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday!
I got a year older on Sunday.
What age are you now? Do you want to throw that out there?
Oh, I'm 31. I've been telling people. I know,
but you've started acting, so you've got to be like 23 now.
No, I don't, because every time everybody's like, "How old are you?" and I'll say 31, and then they'll look at me weird, and I'm like, "Yeah, tell my face." Like no one. It's not real. It's not real. I was around a bunch of actors last week, and everybody's saying the age, and I was like older than everybody.
Yeah.
And they were all like, "We thought you were younger than us," and I was like, "Yeah, that's my whole life. I'll be this way forever." So.
And of course, Damon Sumner.
What's going on, good people? Good to be here. Get at me on Twitter, DAMONJR. Another hot one for you. Excited about this one here.
Yeah, did we reach our review goal?
No, I think we're at 60 still.
Come on, guys.
Listen, hey, this is a teachable moment here. Sometimes you don't hit all your goals.
No, I mean, we appreciate all the reviews.
We do. Thank you for everybody who hit it. Sometimes you fail. We failed. Okay? We got to get Denzel and Will Smith in here real quick to talk about failure. It happens sometimes.
To Will.
Yeah, Will on fire right now on social media.
Will is on fire, bro.
On fire.
His social media climbing by the
boom boom, because Will Smith is a legend
because of Bright.
Will Smith is a legend, yo.
It honestly is because of Bright that he's a legend. If you think about it, it's like only legends can do straight to Netflix movies that are like not necessarily the most well loved and still be like, yeah, whatever. I'll watch the next thing.
Netflix got a movie coming out with J.J. Abrams. I just saw.
It already happened.
What?
The Cloverfield.
Oh,
I didn't know that was. I was like, wait, this is on Netflix. Like immediately?
It was not reviewed well.
Netflix, I don't give a hoot about people. I think we could burn. You could do it and hate some reviews in the one day. It's really a silly system. We need to shut that whole thing down.
This is not perfect.
All reviews.
Do we have a new review though?
Man, we got a bunch. Yo, shout out to like I think it's like 4 or 5 people.
Okay.
That reviewed like the last like Sunday or whatever.
Perfect,
so I gotta find.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Let's see.
What'd you do for your birthday?
Nothing. Nothing. Yeah. I didn't get home till 6 o'clock in the morning.
6 o'clock in the morning.
1 a.m. show because I went to Waffle House.
Hey.
Shout out. This is so random. It was at Waffle House over there by Georgia Tech, and it was this dude. He had 2 long blonde ponytails, and you couldn't tell him that he wasn't somebody fairy godmother. The way he was like he was doing like weird. He was like. If he had a tutu on, it would have made more sense. Like he was killing it. Like every move, he was washing tables. Like he had little birds helping him. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like a little. It was amazing.
He loved his job.
He loved his job, and he knew people were looking. And he was like, I don't care. It is 4 o'clock in the morning. Who gonna stop me? And I was like, you go ahead and do you, bro.
Okay.
And he killed it. So shout out to that. I don't know his name, but shout out to the Waffle. Shout out to any Waffle House worker working late at night.
Yeah,
because
we appreciate it.
We appreciate it because people need you. All right. Let me see. Where do I want to go? All right. This one's from Taste and See. I should probably look at these before I start reading.
Taste and See.
Wow.
This is by
I can go one or two directions.
It could go by Street Shinobi.
Street Shinobi.
Yes, 5 stars. It says, listen, fam. These guys may possibly be the funniest dudes you hear all week. You probably don't have nothing better to do since you're scrolling through iTunes reviews. Give them a shot. You won't regret it. Appreciate you, Street Shinobi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate everybody that is continuing to rate and review the
please
podcast.
continue. Just because we didn't hit the goal.
Just because we hit the goal don't mean we don't want to go.
Come on now. We want to hit the goal this year.
We want to hit the
for
goal
sure.
this year. Yeah. I mean, I only gave people like 3
It was
4
quick.
weeks.
It was a quick. Nobody was ready for that birthday.
Nobody was ready for that. They were like, your birthday must be in like May. Nope, it was February 4th.
The beginning of February.
Yes,
the
early.
shortest month and the immediate.
Yeah. But yeah, appreciate you, Street Shinobi.
Yeah.
Appreciate everybody. We're gonna get to all the reviews. So
Yeah.
if you write a review, we're gonna find you and we're gonna read it on there. So appreciate
We got you.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Let's jump right into
Let's
it.
go.
Number one story of the week. Of course, you guessed it. The Super Bowl happened. So
You know, they probably now expect something silly.
Yeah.
They be like, what they finna say now?
Yeah.
Cats.
Yeah.
No, we got you some real this time.
yeah, we
Yeah.
got. So let's break down what happened in the game. No, we're not going to do that. Let's go ahead and just let's talk about the halftime show starting off.
Ooh.
Justin Timberlake performed by himself with a Prince curtain, so that was better than a hologram, I guess. I know a lot of people wanted In Sync. A lot of people wanted, I think, at least a guest.
Yeah.
But that's not how Justin Timberlake works.
Apparently not.
Justin Timberlake went solo. Started out with "Filthy," which is maybe the worst popular song he's ever had,
Sure.
and then went through the catalog of hits. I enjoyed it. I thought it was fine, so that's why I'm gonna kind of bow out for the next.
Yeah. So here's my take on it. First off, we turn on Justin. Here's why, because I feel like Daniel, I feel like you said it was fine. It was a good Super Bowl. I feel like black people, we were not allowed to like this one. It's because it's like he never did right by Janet, right? He never did right. They banned Janet, and we was like, all right, well, like Black Twitter was like, hey man, we don't mess with this dude because how he get to come back to the Super Bowl and you ban royalty, right? And then the first song,
Is she banned?
she got banned from the Super Bowl.
If she was putting out music, maybe she could come back.
She Janet. Like some people have, if she plays a catalog, like Aerosmith when they did it, they wouldn't have an album out.
Janet's above relevant music.
Yeah, she's above
Okay.
relevant music, right?
Okay.
So, but here's the point. Here's what I got upset. The very first song he does after Filthy is the song that got
Yeah,
her banned.
Rock Your Body.
And then didn't do that line and like grinned into the camera like, yeah, I know the naked part that the guy was doing last time. I'm not going to do it this time. And I can tell you, black people say, oh, forget this guy. You going to come in with that smirk like that? Like it was, all right, it's on some real, it was just like, bruh. You really gonna come out here and act like you did this by yourself? Like your whole career ain't built on black people? You know what I'm saying? Like you came out here, you ain't nothing without Pharrell and you ain't nothing without Timberland. You just not, right? And so you gonna disrespect Janet? Janet is one of the Jacksons. You know what I'm saying? Like you just going. So it's like, all right, man. And then on some like there was a picture going around of him getting ready for the Super Bowl thing, and he had, I think he had some Jordan 5s. Do you see that picture?
Special edition that
Special edition.
they sold
Sold
out of
out.
in 30 seconds.
Now, here's the thing. Sneakerheads was mad at him. He had everybody mad at him. Sneakerheads was mad at him because in that picture, he's tying the shoe. But if I'm not a sneakerhead, but I know sneakerheads. He was bent at the knee and he had the crease in the toe. You don't tie your shoes that way. I know this seems like something very petty, but I saw Twitter was going crazy because the way he's sitting, like he's tying his shoes, it was like he just disrespected
How do
the
you
Jordans.
tie your shoe?
You keep it flat. You keep it flat. Like if you're a sneakerhead, you keep it flat so
Gotta
you don't
have
get the
long
crease
arms.
at the toes. You don't have to have. You can do. There's other ways to tie your shoe. You could do it, Nate.
There's a step or
It's
something.
a step or something.
Okay.
Nate out here trying. He's trying to live, and it's very music.
Let me see if I can.
You gonna try it? See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So
Okay.
he straight disrespected the culture there by doing that. I mean, and then too, like we said, he's not. It helped me. Like it was like, oh, he's a little older. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, he's not moving the same way. His outfit was kind of, I was like, it was, I don't know. It was a very, like, it was an okay, I'm not like throwing the baby out the bed. It wasn't a terrible performance. But I was just like, you needed features. You're not J. Cole.
Well, if Bruno Mars needs features, you need features.
Yes. Like, you need features, bro.
Does Bruno Mars need features?
Yes.
He
Or-
decided he did.
Yeah, he did.
But I'm saying I think there's some artists that are secure enough to have people on stage with them. I don't know if Justin Timberlake is. I mean, I went back and tried to like rewatch a few halftime shows, at least in recent history, and I completely forgot that Coldplay.
Oh yeah, I always say it was Bruno and Bruno
was.
and Beyonce, and
But
like, oh yeah, Coldplay.
But also, I was like, man, like how big of Coldplay to be like, we know we're not what the halftime show needs. So
Yeah.
let's bring on two people that we know are going to overshadow us.
Energy.
Yeah, and Justin Timberlake, I think he just didn't want to risk anybody outshining him.
Could be. Then what you got?
So I represent the other side of black people.
Okay. Which is why I get several perspectives.
So we over here didn't give a hoot about no disrespect to.
Sounds like you disrespected Janet. Sounds like you disrespected
to Janet,
Miss
to the
Jackson.
outfit. So I thought the performance was sufficient. Right, I enjoyed some of the hits. I was like, oh yeah, I thought it was moving. I thought there was a lot going on. I thought it was cool. I wasn't wowed by it. I didn't think it was bad, nor did I think it was amazing. Watching Twitter for sure. I think it's just always intriguing to see where specifically black people, where we enjoy laying our hats. Because I know there's a lot of people on the side who was like, JT, we ain't messing with you, who still ride with R. Kelly. And he's got black people tied up right now. And so it is, now I'm talking about 3 people specifically. So if you're listening, I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I feel that. I'm not upset at that. But, I'm not losing any sleep over Sweet Janet here. And that's just me and my side. Yeah. As far as the feature piece, I don't think he was worried about being overshadowed. I just don't. That's just personally, I don't think people worry but too much about people as much as we do outside looking in. I do think, though, he was trying to accomplish something which I don't think he necessarily accomplished, which was be able to go in the last few years solo, which I didn't do the research. So I think Mike, it was somebody else. I had looked at a quick article.
Beyonce.
It's been a few. Beyonce
No,
when?
Beyonce brought
Beyonce had
Destiny's
Destiny's
Child.
Child. She wasn't even solo.
Oh, you mean
even
I
when
thought you
she's
were talking about
Destiny's
people.
Child, she's solo.
I hear what you're saying,
No, I
but
got
she
you,
wasn't
though.
so. But yeah,
I got you.
so I think he wanted to try to accomplish that, but he didn't. He didn't accomplish it. I think most people would at least say that, like he wasn't a wow performance and also solo. So specifically for the halftime show, those are my thoughts on it. But I definitely saw people going in, and then everybody else who were like, they just kind of let them have that moment. There.
He don't have like stadium hits.
You don't think so?
He has hits. No, don't get me wrong. Like
Sexy Back?
Let me say what I'm saying. Like,
Go ahead.
let me say this. I before the Super, I was listening to Justin Timberlake on heavy repeat.
Well,
I'm like, yo,
he's
he's
a
got.
fantastic artist.
But like when you hear it,
In a stadium,
it's like it don't get everybody going.
Just give us a few stadium hits off the top of your head.
Like
Because stadium hits, I think that's a good point. Stadium hits is different necessarily than in your car hits, or the club hits, or working out hits.
Yeah,
you're talking about how big was that? 100,000? I don't know. How big was that the Super Bowl?
It's a lot of people.
70 to 100,000.
Yeah. So you're talking about those known people.
I'm trying to think of
A stadium
hits.
hit.
I mean, Bruno Mars, anything like something that everybody's gonna sing and then like get excited about singing.
Like and so we're also saying when we talk stadium hits, we're not talking that this is the best song ever,
right? But it's just like it's a stadium hit.
Like I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the song "Hands Up." I feel like when
Yeah.
anytime you hear that song,
Yeah.
you stay there. Like that song make me think of like thinking get most people 9 times out of 10 are gonna get amped up.
Seven Nation Army.
Yeah.
What is that?
That's a stadium that's a stadium song, but like
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about halftime. Like no, it rides in. It's for a stadium.
Sure.
I'm talking about like the people like singing along.
Okay.
So people are singing along with that. Like I don't know. Like did anybody see? There's like a bunch
Like
of clips.
any U2 song.
Yes, you too will have songs that people will sing in unison, and like this is a song.
What's that Black Eyed Peas song like 4 years ago?
Any Black Eyed Peas
Let's
song.
get it started.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody used to write that song.
Yeah.
Whenever that song was hot, that song was
Like
hot.
think about the
Pump it.
songs Justin did. They're not really like stadium hits. They're like kind of like in the
Just
car.
big hits. They were hits, and he tried to put them in a stadium.
Yeah,
Sure.
And then if you look at like I was watching, somebody had a clip of like live from it. Like it looked. The people weren't rocking with that.
But I've seen it
stadium.
a couple Super Bowls though.
Okay.
That was a fact. I agree with that. But I've seen a couple Super Bowls where people would have who was that? The Coldplay one there. I can't specifically say what point they recorded it, but that was also another time where you would look around and
looked like
everyone
people
wasn't
weren't in
rocking
it.
with it. Now that's just some food for thought, but.
Yeah.
I think the stadium hits is an element where you be like, oh, this is gonna get not
like-
just the people on camera, but everyone around.
Like
them.
Suit and Tie, is that a stadium hit?
No, that wasn't.
Rock Your Body.
I'm not even a fan of Suit and Tie.
Yeah, if you're gonna do Suit and Tie, you gotta have Jay-Z. There's no way Jay-Z was gonna do that.
Yeah.
Rock Your Body. What else did he do?
Sexy Back.
Sexy. Like they're
Summer
not.
Love. Cry Me a River.
Those aren't like
Cry Me a
stadium hits.
Trolls. He did Trolls.
Yeah, that one might be the
That
only
might be
one.
his only
That
one.
might be the only one. He's like, all right, everybody can kind of got to get behind this.
I don't know the
So I
real
was
name
like,
of that song.
And the
Yeah.
version with Anna Kendrick is better.
of course you think that. I don't even know what that is.
She's not listening to the podcast.
But I know your
bro. You
type.
gotta
I know your
sweet talk
type. So I'm
somebody.
like, there he go again. At least you shooting shots.
He shoot. I ain't mad at
Yeah.
that. I don't have headphones. Is that the horn? We do have a horn.
We
here?
did. Oh, we did.
Somebody's gonna give me a signal.
Yeah,
Here we
we
go.
had the horn.
Let's keep it moving here. Second topic. We're gonna stay in the world of the Super Bowl, and we're gonna bring back a little bit. A couple people on Twitter hit us up about rediscussing Eagles fans in Philadelphia because I saw a few things with the celebration. Now we know that when people celebrate big wins, Super Bowl, World Series, NBA championships, whatever, things can get crazy, as it did again in Philadelphia. The things that I saw specifically, I saw a car get flipped.
I saw a car get flipped.
I have no idea whose car that was.
You know.
I'm going to assume it was not anybody's car who was outside that day. And that's what I'm going to assume, number one. I saw a canopy above, I think the Ritz or some
It was the
nice
Ritz,
hotel
yeah.
get smashed down to the ground.
And then carried throughout town.
Oh, was it?
What?
I saw somebody with not somebody. People were they were looting in a mom and pop shop, and they were throwing things around. It was like everything's free. So they're just destroying this man and or woman's family's small business. Those were a few things that I saw specifically. What do you got? Did you guys see anything else that was happening that people have put online?
Pretty sure I saw a dude eat horse poo.
Yeah, we saw.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, we saw a grown man eat horse poo.
Let me just say this. Philadelphia, leave horses alone. Stop punching them.
But they're not the Philadelphia horses.
Poop. I don't know what it
Why
is
there
with the horses.
What's got to do with the horse?
Yo,
I don't know.
Yo, I saw my own eyes.
You saw it, David.
This man get on his hands and knees, move his scarf back because to not get in the. I love how he didn't want his scarf in the
Wait
poop,
a
but
second.
he wanted to put
Hold
his
up.
face in the actual horse excrement that was on the
How do you
ground.
know it was a horse?
Huh?
How do you
Because
know
it was a big
It was a
pile
big
of it.
pile. If it wasn't a horse, it was like a rhino or
It wasn't.
something.
It wasn't like a little.
It was a large
it was like,
animal.
oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That
Okay.
horse
On the street where maybe
on the
horses-
street where the horse would have.
Sure.
Somebody filmed him. He went down on his hands and knees. Pushed his scarf back
Pushed
as
his
to
scarf
not
back.
get his scarf dirty.
Don't wanna do that.
And then put it in his face.
And put it in his face?
And it was like nom 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 nom.
And what did he say? What did he do? What was the caption? What?
He just was like, Eagles baby or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fly, Eagles,
Eagles,
fly.
fly.
What?
Yo, Philly, y'all are the worst.
Oh no!
Y'all are the worst.
Oh
And I mean everything about Philly. Everything about Philly is terrible. And here's another reason why they're terrible. You had the looting. You had the car flipping over. You had stuff on fire. We all saw. You know what you also had? 4 arrests.
Woo!
How are there only 4 arrests?
Only 4.
Can we get real for like 30 seconds?
I didn't see any tear gas, David.
I ain't seen no tear gas, no rubber bullets, no nothing. They was not protesting. Nobody getting shot unjustly. That's all I will say about that. 4 arrests.
4?
You looting and like we don't like looting.
We don't like looting.
Unless you win a Super Bowl.
Oh, boy.
So black people.
Oh no.
If you gonna loot, let's go win. This is when a high school football game.
I think Atlanta is the time to do it if we
Yeah.
gonna loot. I
Yeah.
think next year's Super Bowl black people is the time to show up and loot
A
out.
lot going on, man.
I've never looted. I might loot if we
That
win.
dude did a backflip off that Ritz-Carlton thing and then dove in, and then people caught him.
What?
But yes, yo, Philly is wild place, bro. And then the cops just sitting around like, look at these guys.
They were high-fiving people.
It was high-fiving people.
I didn't see a lot of black people on film.
Did not also see.
I didn't see
if
that.
I saw Joel Embiid,
I didn't see
but he
that.
was just like
No, I'm
he
talking
was
about in
like,
the midst of the crowd and
he was
mob.
in the crowd.
Oh, was he? Okay.
But he wasn't like in that all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And he was just like, trust the process, baby. We gonna do it next year. And then it was like ran away.
You ain't, but I got you.
You ain't, but you know, I appreciate that.
I appreciate that sentiment.
I appreciate
and
that.
enthusiasm.
It was just like, who eats? Who eats that?
But that's disgusting.
That
He
is
looked like it was like the kid on Honey I Shrunk the Kids when he eats the oatmeal cream pie in the yard. It was like that level of like size.
There's nothing. Oh boy, these I hate those questions. But like, there's nothing right now off the top of my mind. That's disgusting. Like I've never come close. That's not even a question. But I'm trying to put in my mind what have I done in a disgusting category, and nothing is coming up.
No.
I can't think of it. I'm gonna get into my top 10 later.
This was almost. This was almost.
That's almost
what the
unforgivable.
white for me.
No, that's just
no, it's not.
No.
and Nathan Owens.
please
Represent
don't.
your people here.
Please don't do that.
Please give us an
Now,
explanation.
instead of saying what the white, like, because that's what it, now my mind is like, why'd you do that? That's how I'm gonna start saying. When I see white nonsense like
You
that,
could have done
I'm
anything
like, why'd you do
else.
that? Why did you do that?
It's
Why did you do that?
Don't blame us all.
No.
That's kind of how
Until
you
I
do it.
see a person of color do anything remotely like that.
Remotely.
That
The
is
city,
not.
the city of Philadelphia does not represent white people.
Look,
You just
I'm
get
not
that
saying it
out of the
represents
way.
all white people, but I ain't seen no other people out there.
It's a very white city.
Come on, man.
Gosh, I hate
Is Philly a very white city as a whole?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty.
There's a lot going on, man.
That was a lot. What else you saw? You saw something else, Nate?
No, that was it. I did see so they tore down the canopy of the Ritz-Carlton, and then just like took it like it was the enemy's flag, and just started parading that. They started parading the canopy through the streets.
It looked like a scene from the last Batman movie. Where,
Yes.
Where like
Yeah.
they're
Why
looting the
also?
Ritz Hotel.
Why didn't they go free Meek? You had the manpower.
Nobody
It
care
looked
about
like that Batman. It did look like that, right? So I'm like, oh, go to the jail, get Meek out.
Nobody care about Meek, man.
I bet nobody did. He didn't care about Meek. You could have got Meek, Philly.
Coulda got
You
him.
could have went in and got Meek. I don't understand why they didn't go get Meek
Because
now.
Bane didn't let the prisons out.
Yeah,
It
these
was
are
just
back to the
right.
people.
But it's horse poop, bro.
You.
That boy
Yo,
should burn
step
his
forward, those who
tongue.
would sow.
He should get a whole new face.
You should get he'll never be able to kiss a woman.
No.
Or anybody.
He will in Philadelphia. He'll find a Philly
He find
woman.
another Philly woman. He'll
How
find
do
a Philly woman.
You
that's
have
like,
to be so
I too
drunk,
like to
bro.
eat.
You have to be so drunk. You can't be sober doing that.
No, see, the thing is, I've been pretty drunk before.
Have you?
I've never been, let's
way.
eat horse escrim. Like, no, don't even blame that. I'll defend alcohol in the sense of eating poop. No, that's not an alcohol. That's a white thing. That guy is an idiot with or without booze.
Eating poop, bro. That's never come
he
across
really-
my mind.
No, not at
You know
all.
when people are like, hey, how much would it take? That's never come across my mind for me to throw that out in a scenario.
You should never do anything. Be like, no, do it, and then they pull a camera out. If somebody say, no, do it, and you pull a camera out, you should be like, I don't think I should be doing that because
He's not gonna get moved.
why do
He's
you
not
want
gonna
it?
move it
Why you
on.
want it on camera?
World Star.
Yeah.
Horse poop, bro.
Why did you do that?
But you got to wake up the next morning.
Did they? Also, did you see Hardee's? Hardee's tweeted. Hardee's was like, "Hey, we want to give everybody biscuits Monday morning. Just don't burn down the only Hardee's in Philly." Like they did a plea to Philly fans.
Hilarious.
Like, hey man, congratulations. We'd love to give everybody, a biscuit. Just but we can only do it if you don't burn it down.
Why can people not celebrate well? Like that's my own thing. Like why can we not celebrate?
When did the
well?
high five not become enough?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a chest bump?
Also, what's even worse? Did you know what they're doing at the parade on Thursday? But everybody, Budweiser, I think it's Bud Light, is giving everybody beer.
No. Not a good
Like
move.
they have not done well with alcohol.
Only bottles
Why
of
is no
water.
one gonna learn from this?
Day
And there's gonna
drinking?
be kids out there.
Not a good move.
They're gonna be day drinking
Not a
in
good move.
Philly. Oh my goodness,
This isn't good, guys.
That's good.
Philly got to
That's
make it through February.
It's not. It is not gonna make it.
Woo.
Yeah.
David called it. Well, Nate called it, and David's affirming it. Worst fans in the country.
Yeah. At first,
W.
Really are.
You heard
they're
it
very
here.
passionate, but when you eat horse crap,
That's a different level.
Yeah.
I can't defend that. I can't defend
we
that.
can't support horse
No,
poop
I
eating
will
on
be
this
on
show.
the right side of history.
That's what we won't
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
We will not be known for that.
We're not
the
It's
unofficial
horse
podcast.
pooping, eating supporters.
Nope.
No.
Those are bad whites.
Those are bad whites.
All right, we're going to talk about baby names next. But first, this episode of 4th and 10 is brought to you in part by We Society, apparel, merchandise, and inspiration to change the world. Get 10% off any order at weapparel.co by using the code 4th District, FORTH District. Connect with We Society at weapparel.co to inspire bold action, unite together, resolve. We are the ones we're waiting for, We Society. Dan had on some of their new stuff last week, or 2 weeks ago now. It looks great. Go check them out, guys. Tell them we sent you. I don't know what that... I think it gets you... I think you just tell them we sent you. We don't like discount code other than 4th District, but like tell them specifically 4th and 10 though. We want credit. Let's talk about baby names. A Philly couple named their baby Carson because the mom went into labor during the Super Bowl. Jacqueline and Chris from South Jersey, whatever that means, named their newborn baby Carson. I assume after Carson Wentz, who was not in the game, did not name their baby Nick or Foles. Are y'all for or against naming your baby after sports people in general?
Listen. I keep I'm sorry, I keep thinking about like who knows what people in Philly do. They do whatever they want. They eat poop out of joy. Like they I can't even fathom. I don't even know why this is a question. It's like it's from Philly. They do weird stuff. I still can't get over the poop. Like,
Do you think that was the first time he's ever eaten poop, or do you think this is his thing?
here's what's weird about that. If I can't go
Get back to it, brother.
I can't go back.
It is in your soul.
He was wearing an Eagles jersey, which means he didn't lose a bet.
No.
He just was like, "Is that poop?" Oh, the joy of poop in my mouth. This will be the way I would love to celebrate a championship. So if you're gonna ask me if they were to name a baby, is it weird to name a baby? No, it's everybody that's weird. They're okay with it. The only, oh my goodness,
Philly, you lost one, Philly.
You lost one,
you
man.
Lost one, bro.
I don't want to go to your place. I never want to go to your.
That's crazy.
Those people walk amongst us. And we have to live with that. We have to live in a world where those people walk amongst us and they don't identify themselves. That's crazy. So, I don't know, man. Name them Nick, Carson. I don't know. Just raise them not to eat poop. That's all I ask.
Bruh, how much was that scarf?
That for him not to put it.
How much?
Also, just take the scarf off.
Yeah.
Don't risk it falling back in.
That's what happens when you ain't got real friends, yo.
That's why we have only real Philly friends.
I think it's I think if you're naming it specific, they named it specifically for Carson Wentz, who has promise and potential, but has accomplished nothing.
Ooh,
okay, this is all I'm saying. I'm not against you. I'm not against someone wanting to use somebody's name who was a great music artist or a great sports fan. You know, people who have been a fan. Who was that lady? Right, a 100-year-old lady. I went to a what team sent her to a playoff game this year? Minnesota, right? Though some people have been fans forever, die hard. So there's something in your soul about them. So I'm not against that, but specifically, when you make that decision, in my opinion, I need to see accolades already stacked up. That's what I'm saying. You call somebody Jordan, cool. You want to name somebody Jackson, bet. You want to call somebody Ali, I'm with that. You want to call somebody Carson Wentz, I'm like, guys, hold on here. Unless you live in Dakota and you've already seen what he can do, this is not the time to do it, okay? He's yet to prove it. I'm not saying he won't. I'm not saying he doesn't have the capabilities, because it looked like he was going to.
Yeah.
What I am saying, when you had that baby, this one right here, this one right here,
Name that next one.
right here,
This one right here.
that name Carson didn't mean much of anything.
All right, so there's two people in this room that have legally named babies.
This is a fact.
Did fandom
Wait, you named illegal babies?
I mean,
I named a baby.
Yeah,
You
you
named a
named
baby?
a baby. It just wasn't like the legal.
Oh wait, your sister, right?
I did.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That was an off the book suggestion.
It went too
Go
far.
ahead,
I regret it every day.
Did fandom of any sort
Not at all.
come in?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Like, you never thought music, literature?
Not at all.
I don't think you know Damon very well.
I had to ask.
That's
I got
good.
you.
Dan.
No, like our family has a tradition of like using the grandfather's initials. So we were given
That's
letters to use and to fall in line in that matter. But like, no, we kind of threw around names. And when we did name our son Jace, the very first thing was like, we really like this name. It's slightly unfortunate that it's the Duck Dynasty guy. So
that's not gonna
it was
be a problem.
it was a drawback, actually, in our case. But
No, by the time he's 5.
Did you? How many, if at all, did you have any names? Did you have any names that went against that? Any names where you're like, all right, we understand the tradition, but this name hot. Did y'all have any of those?
not in our family. Not in our family.
No, I'm talking about you with choosing.
Oh yeah, no, like it was very
not
much like
I see,
I'm not
I see.
rocking that boat.
Got it.
Yeah.
Within though the parameters of that, were there any that you eliminated because of pop culture or media?
No, we just didn't want it to be lame. I mean,
No, that's
okay.
fine. That makes sense.
we did the scream test. Like, does it?
Good old scream
That's a
test.
good one.
Good old scream test, yo.
That's a good one.
That's it.
We all.
I think that's Damon's thing. I think I took that from this
come on,
podcast.
bro.
Yeah, you did. But when I heard it, I was like, that is good. That's how
I've
you
told
know.
every parent that. Or every about to be parent. Like, have you shouted your child's name
It's
yet?
a good
Yeah.
thing to process through.
Yeah.
If you're pregnant or thinking about having a baby, do the screen test. It's really helpful.
Yeah, just
How does it
scream.
roll off? You're gonna say this name millions of times before they're 18. Literally millions of times for good reasons and bad. You want that bad boy to flow. You want it to flow, baby. You want it to flow.
We all have names in here, right? There's anybody named after any kind of?
Something historical, something like
Yeah.
crazy. No, I'm just naming after my
No.
pops.
Biblical.
Yeah, I'm biblical.
I was named after the Nathan in the Bible.
Yeah,
That was a good Nathan. That was a good
I was
Nathan.
named
That was a
after
good
David.
Nathan.
David was a good guy. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against it, right? I'm just saying, for me, if you were gonna do that, you had to have already had accolades stacked. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, but it's
that's
also
me.
a sign of like those fans are just like they were so starved for like you know what I'm saying? Like they had one. I say that and again, knowing
And then
that
again.
someone ate poop. How starved were you as a base?
Let that start,
That's
bro.
not even the worst thing that I saw that happened either.
What's the worst
The
thing?
dude that got the tattoo of the play call.
Yeah,
we
the dude
forgot
got a
about that.
tattoo of the play of Nick Foles catching a
I would
touchdown.
eat poop 1,000 times before
Dan,
I
watch
got
your
it.
words. Dan, watch your
Nope,
words.
Dan, I'm not gonna let you finish
watch
that.
your
You don't
Man.
mean it.
Listen, you already pooped in the ocean, bro. Don't do too much.
Yeah,
man.
you
Don't
would
do
not
that.
eat poop before
Accidentally.
you would get a bunch of squiggly. Dan, you would eat poop before you get a bunch of squiggly lines on your arm
That you can remove.
Yeah.
That you can
For
remove.
$500 on Groupon? Come on, man. Don't do that.
No way, Dan.
No, you can't
Nope.
let that down, bro.
Nope.
You can't come in there. Hey, babe. Whoa! Kill yourself.
Yeah, no way.
She's a single mom now, bro. Get out of here. Yo, boo-boo face. Out of here. Get out of here. Boy got a boo-boo tongue, bro. Boy, I'm talking about no boo-boo tongue. If you turn the page, get out of here, boo-boo tongue.
Can nobody Yo,
listen,
if I had a kid, if my kid knew that I ate boo boo, I would just remember, go my boo boo daddy. He's like, hey, clean your room. You clean your mouth, boo boo daddy.
So Boo Boo Tongue is officially one of the titles.
That's disgusting. Give me your gum, bro. Yo, somebody is spitting out their nasty coffee, bro. I'm waiting to work this podcast, bro.
Yo. Daddy hating.
Oh my goodness.
Someone check the back of your knee for boo boo.
Boom! That was perfect. Yo,
I'm so sorry to that family that had that baby.
I can't say whatever cousin word he want.
Whatever, bro.
He's like, you can't cuss in my house. I can say whatever I want because I need.
I don't need boo-boo.
Yeah, I don't need boo boo.
You got boo-boo in
I ain't
your
got boo boo
tongue.
coming out of my mouth.
What's that? Boo-boo in your lip?
You'll never brush your teeth enough, Dad. You'll never brush your teeth
Where your
enough.
daddy? I was playing boo-boo. Bro, you can't ever let that slip out, bro. You can't ever let that slip out.
Yo, he should be on like FBI's most wanted
should.
list.
That is a
Just so
terrorist,
everybody,
bro.
it's a
That is a
terrorist.
terrorist.
That's a terrorist. That's a social terrorist. Because the next that don't leave your like that stench didn't just leave. So you talking to everybody the next day
Bro.
with boo boo on the brush. Everybody the next day.
That brother
Boo-boo
should have
on the
been like I
brush.
was with that cinnamon, bro. That boy- I got this. Oh my goodness.
So much.
Oh my goodness.
I want to know who he is.
Oh my goodness. We do. We want to know.
Oh
who
yeah,
he
we didn't
is.
even talk about
my
the worst.
goodness.
Did we talk Kevin Hart?
Give him 60 seconds. Get in there.
60 seconds. Kevin Hart, diehard Philly fan. Apparently, even though people try to act like he's Drake, like he's just hopping on. No, he's a real Philly dude, right?
Oh, he's real Philly.
This dude, his Instagram stories was crazy because he was gone like first quarter. That dude gets it in, and he was like dancing all everywhere. But when they won, he was trying to get up on stage.
He's trying to get on stage, bro.
And he was like, "Hey man, you know who I am, Kevin Hart. I'm trying to get on stage." And that, you can see that dude read his lips. Yeah, I know who you are. You can't go. He's like, come on, stop it. Try to get up. My man hit him forcefully in the chest. It was like, no. And he was like, all right. He had to just accept his diminutive stature and could not go past that dude. But shout out to him for recognizing how drunk he was and being like, next day, like, hey man, even like that night, he was like, hey man, that dude did his job. Because if I'd have got up there, I'd have lost my mind.
He was on
and
some
he had already
sponsors.
lost his mind.
He did.
At the NFL Network.
Network post conference.
Cussing on camera.
Dropped the F-bomb.
He dropped the
live.
F-bomb live.
Come on, Kev.
I love how he dropped the mic like he got in trouble.
yeah.
He bailed.
He did. If I like threw him off, basically, it threw him off set. I don't know, man. I'll be real. If one of my teams win and I'm gonna say some stuff.
Guess what?
Guess what?
You ain't even boo-boo.
I ain't even boo though.
You are no longer a member of this podcast.
Yeah. Can we have a strict no boo boo on this podcast?
That's pretty.
I can agree. I can agree with that.
Unwritten rule. Let's keep it moving here. Oh my goodness! Talk about death again. We've got going to college basketball here. Nate's favorite team, Duke. So I didn't know this was a thing, but there's a tent city outside of their stadium where about a bunch of people are trying to
love
get
that number. About a bunch.
That's our kids count now. 1, 2, 27, a bunch. But there's about 70 groups of students camped outside of Duke Stadium because they're trying to get tickets to play North Carolina.
They do it every game. It's every game.
Oh, they do it every game?
It's
This one was talking about...
Cruise next, whatever you say his name, Phil. And they do it every game. That's how you...
Shashevskyville.
And that's how you get season tickets.
Okay.
Really?
Okay.
And so,
well, this one... Oh, season tickets? Okay. Because this one here, where they shut it down, I guess the day of, they were just talking about against North Carolina. But either way, this tent city is a big thing that's consistent.
They do it all the time.
They shut it down, though, because of the flu. So reporters was like, hey, y'all got the flu around here. Unidentified students have the flu. We're going to shut this whole thing down. We're going to shut the whole thing down. Now, I'm going to talk about the flu just for a second here because it has been rocking my world.
Okay.
Not me personally, but at my school.
Yeah.
I've seen kids fall in the hallway.
Oh, no.
Just like Walking Dead. Just drop dead. I saw a kid fall from a table in my writing class last Friday. It has been an ordeal. My co-worker's husband, 6 of the teachers. It has been ridiculous. Every day there's a line of students, and I've never washed my hands so many times in my life. Yeah. I sanitize all day. The flu is real. My dad has the flu right now in Texas. It is crazy. People are dying because of the flu. So this little fragile flu city with insufficient borders and protection, they was like, shut this thing down. Well, I don't remember the last time I had the flu. So, but they say it sounds like this flu here is a monster. Whatever strand, because the flu gets stronger, it gets wiser, right? And this flu is supposed to be.
If only Nate.
It's supposed to be a beast. Are y'all worried about the flu? Is anybody as worried as I am?
My mom
when I
had
wake
the
up every
flu
day?
like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and it was bad. I was like, yo, you don't need to do nothing. Like, it was just like, I was like, yo, my mom is out. Like, she's down for the count, couldn't move. Had no strength in her voice. It was bad. You know what I mean?
Flu.
And I don't remember ever. I know we was on like, hey, everybody wash your hands, like make sure everything's good or whatever. I know I don't remember ever getting the flu, but I'm also like, I'm that dude that puts like fills his gas tank up when he's at half, if that means anything. So when it comes to the flu, if I go, let's believe, I'm doubling up on the vitamin C, NoDoz, like I'm taking all types of home remedies. One of them I learned for inflammation of the throat is I eat a whole clove of garlic.
Oh, yeah, you and this garlic.
That stuff will knock out whatever is in your, like that inflamed, knock it out. Last week, when I was on set, and I was like, like I was like, I felt it. Like I was like, I don't feel good. Yeah. But I am not about to lose this jack. I went into, I'm talking about every kind of like homemade remedy. I did them all. Like apple cider vinegar, ginger, like these weird concoctions. All of them. Put all of them back. NyQuil, like I was putting everything back, and I was good. You know what I mean? I made it through, so I'm definitely I over prepared for the flu. So I get them trying to be like, hey, y'all shut this whole thing down.
Shut it down, bro,
because this thing is not a game.
No.
No, I've had it before, but it's I'm scared because whatever you bring into the house, I'm getting. So I'm waiting for just one of your kids to get it, and then it's like, well. Now I just got to be ready. Now I got to be ready for when it happens to me.
You know, you work and live around people too.
I do.
Yeah, he
but
put
like,
on his family. They're the ones catching it.
I'm working with a baby and 2 dogs.
Yeah,
I'm saying,
you don't think dogs walk around with them? Hey, can dogs get the flu? I was thinking over that the other day. Can dogs get the flu?
They can get cancer. They can get the flu.
I don't think it works like that.
I think it has to work like that.
There's no way it works like that.
Wait.
Hold on,
dogs do not get human illnesses.
They get cancer.
That's not true. They can get pneumonia.
Did you see what I just said?
Yeah.
Did anybody just see what I just said? You not hear what
Why you saying it so confidently?
Because just because
why you saying it so
I
confidently?
hear what anybody just said.
All right, maybe this, okay, to rephrase that, dogs don't get an illness just because humans do. Maybe that's the best.
So dogs can't get the flu?
But they can. That's all we're saying. They can.
I don't think they can get the flu because I think I would have heard about that at some point.
Dan?
I'm gonna Google it.
That boy said I would have heard about it at some point.
Yeah, I feel like if dogs can get the flu.
What stuff you don't hear about yet you start confidently about? Now you're like, I would have. Who would have told you? The same people don't tell you none of the information you need to know.
You were pretty good on this podcast, man.
Yo, you was doing good, man. You was doing good. It was a good day.
You would have. I probably would have heard about it.
I've been around dogs my whole life.
You ain't been researching them, though. You ain't been investigating.
I'm saying I know about a lot of dog injuries and illnesses that are common.
A simple Google would tell you that, in fact, your dog can get the flu.
Man.
Look at this.
See what happens?
Listen to the
Nate.
listen to the followers of Nathan Owens, because there's a lot of people who support Nathan
Yes.
Owens.
Thank you, guys.
Stop it.
Stop.
Okay.
Shut that down.
Shut it down.
Don't do it.
This is your leader here.
Yeah.
I would have heard about it if it was real.
Who was gonna tell you?
This only makes us stronger.
This guy doesn't know how to heat up rice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Is that real?
That's
No, you
not
just
real,
boil
but I feel
water.
confident enough because I've seen
Yeah.
him cook.
What did he cook?
Nothing. You know what I'm saying here?
That you ain't cook nothing. You been over the house the whole time. You ain't cook nothing.
I'm not.
You ain't cook nothing, Nate. You been over there too long to not cook nothing.
Nate is the poorest, richest man I know, bro. I'm like, how's this cat Ubering and eating out every day of his life? I don't know how this
It's for
man's doing.
survival because he can't cook. Nate.
But you know what this is? This is the time. Now we're talking about Nate for a second, which is fine. This is the time. This is a pro. This is a pro.
So
this is a
glad
pro.
this
This is a
happened.
positive.
You did
no,
this
this is a
yourself.
positive. In the wintertime, I always feel the wintertime is where if you're trying to get tight for the spring and summer, right, physically and you know, whatever, this is the time. We're layered up, and then we bring out the tank tops. Like, oh, she been working for 4 months, right? This is the time, not just specifically to Nate, but if you're a single dude, you maybe stay with a roommate or whatever, to kind of work on skills, you know what I'm saying? So when somebody comes through, you be like, yo, I got my package, bro. Don't get it twisted. What you want? You want the scampi? What you want? You want the homemade enchiladas? I
Yeah.
got it. What's up?
Get you a dish,
You
Nate.
know what I'm saying? But that's all I'm saying. It was a positive hit.
It
This is
was.
the time to be in the incubator.
We're saying right now you're doing good.
I can make chicken Alfredo.
I feel like people say that. And what they mean is I can open up a can
No.
of Alfredo sauce
No,
and
my
pour
mom.
it on chicken and noodles.
My mom has a recipe.
Does it
Alfredo
involve
sauce.
a can of any sort?
You're making homemade Alfredo sauce?
Yes, it's not.
Can you cook a chicken?
You can grill chicken.
No, can you?
Yeah, I've grilled chicken before. I've
on a
grilled
grill?
before. Yeah.
What
It's
if you ain't
not-
gonna? Wait, can you cook it on a stove?
Yeah, I probably could figure that out.
See, that don't sound confident.
I've cooked it on a skillet before.
Okay.
All right.
I've cooked for the kid that I work for. I've cooked for him, and he's still alive.
But not my sick kids who come in with the flu.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm joking. You ain't get
I'm just saying schools are just germ factories.
that
and it
is
freaks
a
me
fact.
out.
Yeah, you do. You in the school? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
Oh,
Just
yeah,
all
it's not
types of
All
monsters.
just snotty nosed,
Can't do
just
it, bro.
gross kids.
How do kids live?
I don't know, bro.
He's just always
During
sick.
this season, I don't know.
They just always
might
gotta
lose
get
one.
something. Oh no!
Let's jump into the NBA very quickly. Celtics guard Terry Rozier used to have a deal with Adidas and a shoe deal, and that was terminated because he wore Nikes once in a shoot around. Adidas completely got rid of his contract. What do you guys think? I mean, is that too short of a leash for a shoe company to be like, you wore them once in a shoot around, now we're done with you, Mr. Rozier?
No, they're within their right to do that. They're within the right to do that. However, I will say, who is out here snitching? I want to know who out here snitching. Is that like an Adidas rep saying like, all right, let me check everybody's shoes. Let me check everybody's shoes. Is that a Nike? Be gone with you. Off with your head. Like that. I'm trying to find the snitch. Because somebody who's got to be around all the time.
So here's what's crazy and what's very relevant. So today I watched Tom Segura's latest Netflix special where he talks about he has a joke about Nike. About Nike not giving him stuff. And then he said after one of his shows, like a Nike rep came up to him and was like, we want you to stop telling jokes about Nike.
Oh, snap. Like the mafia.
He was like, there's just a Nike rep in one of my shows. So their shoe reps are everywhere.
Bruh, we need to be doing more jokes.
We going after brands after
Yeah,
today,
we're going
bro.
after brands, bro.
My next half hour, bro. Smashing Coke.
Yeah.
I'm smashing everybody.
They was going to have one specialty. They going to take everything.
Going out big. You
They
remember
going
Damon?
to mysteriously disappear.
Yeah, he up there in Philly, yo, selling shovels, bro.
To be the great value comedian.
Yo, what's interesting about this is that the leash was short, was that as well as the fact that this is me on the outside end because I've never had a contract with these stipulations and potentially this big money. I think it was like 3 years, 300,000. So on the outside looking in, I'm thinking I, as a person, am being very conscious of making sure I don't mess up my money.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking here on this side of the street. I'm also thinking potentially, if I need to know the stipulations of my contract as well. Can I wear them in private? Like, can I wear them? What does public mean? Does that mean getting gas? You know what I'm saying? Or does that mean anytime I'm on a basketball in a Celtics uniform, I need to be in Adidas? Because that's legit. I mean, I don't know how many years he still had left, but like nobody, even Rozier's trying to mess that money up. And so it is unfortunate, and I think it's a little short. Come on, give a little grace, or 2 strikes or something. Give me an email, give me a slap on the wrist, or don't even give me a slap on the wrist. Maybe give me a deduction. I'll make me pay a piece back or take some away, but don't take my whole thing like that. That seems a little hefty to me, to take the whole thing on a one-time piece at a shoot-around. Not the finals, not even it was the Eastern Conference Finals last year, not in the game, but at the shoot-around. So the heftiness without a little leeway, it seemed a bit much for me.
If I'm Nike, opportunity. Like, you just do a thing like he found a better shoe. Okay. Boom, give him same to this, like a very similar contract.
Sure, if it was similar
and
contract.
Then Nikes.
He's on a great team. He's probably going to be in the playoffs and above for the next few years.
Right. So just like, he'll be all right. I think.
I think he'll be all right. I didn't know he had a shoe deal. I also didn't realize that a lot of people have shoe deals. Like, not shoes. A lot of people don't have their own shoe.
They have shoe deals.
A lot of people have shoe deals. Yeah. And I was like, dang, I didn't know that. We gotta do more. We gotta do more stuff, guys.
If you guys want to give us a shoe deal, it's not a visual podcast yet, but we'll wear them every week. We promise.
We wear them on stage.
Yeah,
I wear some. Matter of fact, I know I want some big baller brands. LeVar, listen, if you're listening, LeVar Ball, Dave Perdue will wear big baller brand.
You heard it here first, guys.
I will
Send
wear
them
big
all to
baller
David.
brand on stage. Straight up, if I ever tape something.
Wait. Nate says send them to David. You're telling me, Nate, that if the baller brand came to you and said, we want to pay you to wear our shoes.
Oh, we didn't say payment. These are just free shoes.
All right.
Okay.
To be clear.
Fine. We're gonna give you $300 pair of shoes. We're gonna give you 20 pairs of them. We just want you to wear them. You're gonna turn those down.
Yeah, for free shoes. Yeah, I'm turning down big baller brand.
Boy, this is why you won't be great.
I'm not aligning myself with that. That's what I'm.
What is moral stand?
It's not even. That's not even like a moral stand. That's just like you really annoy me, and I don't want to have to interact or be associated with you anymore.
Just wearing the shoes, bro.
I'm not gonna answer questions. Are those big baller brand shoes? No.
Yeah, they are.
Next question. Next question.
You act like you're gonna be a grown man that gets roasted and then you feel it. But let's get up on these shoes then. You're afraid of that? You're a comedian. You're afraid of people roasting you.
It's not about roasting.
We do it every day on this podcast.
You're that much of not a fan of the LeVar Ball.
I'm that much not a fan of LeVar. That for free.
Gotcha.
I'm turning down those shoes.
You're taking the money, but
I
not
don't
for
believe
free.
you for 1 second.
Ooh,
Is you
what boy
turning
said
down some? I hope. I don't believe you. You don't have. Nate, you say these things with such confidence. But it's because you don't think you ever gonna be in that situation. I feel like if you're in that situation,
not big baller brand, because by the time I don't think they're gonna last very long. So I really don't think I'm ever gonna have to worry about
more
big
reason to
baller
rock
brand.
them. Limited edition. I'm telling you right now, LeVar Ball, you want to send me some big baller brand shoes?
David
I
Perdue.
will wear them on stage. Listeners, if you want,
come on, man.
Tell him.
Let him
tweet
know.
him. Dave Perdue will not only wear them. Next time I ever tape anything for television,
kill him.
I will wear big baller brand
You heard it here, baby.
on TV.
BBB.
That means if I ever get Conan or any of that stuff, I will rock big baller brand
somewhere somehow.
If you shoot them my way,
I would rather wear Fila. I would rather
I
wear
love Fila, too.
Reebok. I would rather wear Sperry's, like just anything but big baller brand.
It's a very white shoe.
Boat shoes.
You're supposed to wear them on a boat.
I would wear Crocs before I would wear big baller brand.
You
For
say
free.
silly things.
For free.
You say such silly things.
We don't have time for that.
If you wore Crocs, bruh,
they won't let him in the taping. They won't even let him in.
If you don't get
he would
your
lose
Croc
his special.
Yo,
He would lose his special.
You would lose your.
Let's
We can't even. Nate.
We can't. Yo, we're going to get into the next topic here real quick. We're going to take a break, though. All right, we're back. Topic number 6, more silliness on display. Your grandma's favorite topic. Topic number 6. Nate, what we hating on this week?
All right, this is one of the dumbest things that America does all year. We gotta get rid of Groundhog Day, or we gotta pick a better animal. I guess maybe that's where I'm at. Like I don't like the way that we celebrate just the rodent, just the giant groundhog that isn't afraid of its shadow. It's afraid of the 60 people that gather around its little house. I don't know why we gave a groundhog a house. And then why we gave it any significance. I haven't researched Groundhog Day, so I don't know why it ever became significant.
Oh my gosh.
I just think it's dumb. I think the 6 more weeks of winter thing is dumb. First off, if you're in Philadelphia, you're not getting early spring. Today was 63 degrees in Atlanta, Georgia. So great prediction or bad prediction because you're stupid groundhog. So it's not even a prediction. He walked out of his house and you think that you can look at a groundhog and know not only if it was afraid or not, but what it was afraid of. And then it's going to go back into, I think they built like a White House for it. They built like a White House for a groundhog. Like it's not even a fun animal. Fun animals deserve fun houses. Dogs deserve fun designed houses. And like even, I don't like cats, but I even like that they have those kind of like treehouse looking things sometimes in people's houses that cats can climb on. But no, groundhog does not deserve it. It's just a fat mouse. That's all a groundhog is. And we've decided that a fat mouse dictates how happy we are for the next 6 weeks. Because nobody's happy about more winter. Everybody's happy about spring coming early. So that means that we all sit there and we watch a fat mouse and we go, man, I hope it's warm next week. I hope this fat, significant mouse does not run back into its house when it's surrounded by 60 people. There's probably 7 people that visit that groundhog during the year. And then one day a year, you're going to put 60 people in front of it and expect it to react calmly? No, it's a dumb rodent. It's an animal. It's not even, I don't even think they're important. I really don't. They're not significant looking. Like you're not a beaver. Like at least beavers have those cool kind of tails where you're like, oh, that's a beaver. And it's not like a mouse. You just see it and you're like, that's nothing. That's a fat vermin.
Nate, how many people do you think visited Punxsutawney Phil today?
Today? Well, he's still kind of trending. So today I'm gonna say 30.
No,
say
on
30.
Groundhog Day, how many people were there?
On Groundhog Day, probably 1,000.
20,000 people.
Guys, there's 20,000 people that need to reorganize their priorities.
You can't say that.
I can't.
Any of us could say that.
Because I don't go to see a dumb animal.
But
No, that dumb animal is more successful than you are.
That's fine. There are so many dumb animals that are more successful than me.
So you just hating on them?
Yeah. Then the whole day, the fact that America celebrates it and considers it significant.
It's fun, man. It's fun.
Not even a fun one. There's
It's
so
not
much
fun
more.
to you, but
There's
your
other
fun is mean
stuff.
tweeting college athletes.
Here's the thing.
Or whatever.
We had a
Or
dog.
finding out conspiracy theories about your favorite teams.
We had a dog that made basketballs. Like he made basketball shots. And we did not celebrate him enough. But we're going to celebrate a groundhog. No.
We gave him movies.
We gave him a movie.
We gave him several movies.
But today you'd have no idea because those movies have just regressed into this they went to space in the last one.
So?
That's not my Airbud. Like Airbud should have been held in high regard and celebrated because it was an animal that did. I've seen a monkey that rides a dog, and I'm like, both those animals are more. The monkey wears a little cowboy outfit and rides the dog like a horse. That's more important than a groundhog that sniffs his way out of its hole one morning and then runs back in. And we go up. The weather has decided. Phil the groundhog has decided it's going to be a little cold next week. And guess what? Atlanta said, no. Our weather is not decided by a groundhog. It's going to be 70 degrees.
Time out, but you act like it's not going to be 30 degrees tomorrow here or something crazy like that.
It's going to be rainy, but it's going to be in the 60s.
Also, Phil is right. I think it said around 40% of the time, which is like every weatherman. So, yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying he's a bad weatherman.
What are you saying then?
All weathermen are kind of bad at their job. Well, I mean, they're just reading. They're not bad at their job. They're very good at reading what the computer tells them the weather might be like.
I don't think you know how the weather works. I don't think you know. This is another moment.
I just wish we could celebrate a cooler animal.
We'll give us 5 cooler animals.
Yeah, give us 5.
Dogs are cooler. Mm-hmm. And we already celebrate.
We do
Shark
celebrate
Week.
Dogs.
Not with like
yes,
a holiday.
We do.
Not with a holiday.
Like a holiday, a kiss in the mouth,
bro.
Same
they
thing.
Stay in the house.
They stay in the house. Dogs are the most celebrated animal.
The most celebrated animal.
So
carry on next.
I mean, if we're going with like just American animals,
Okay.
Keep going.
I think a buffalo's cooler.
A buffalo?
I think a mountain lion's cooler than a groundhog.
I hope you meet Mountain Lion with this terrible list. What are you talking about?
I would say a buffalo.
He said a buffalo.
That's just because it's all he eats. Buffalo chicken tenders. Chicken tenders with buffalo dip.
You do know that's not
Steak
a buffalo,
fingers
right?
with buffalo sauce.
Yeah.
I do. I know the
Where do you
buffalo
even find a buffalo, Nate?
out west. Yellowstone.
Oh my
Yellowstone has
gosh.
or bison. I guess maybe the better term.
You don't know where they're even at.
You don't know.
You don't even, but you call them cooler.
Orcas are
You're
cooler.
just trying to think of his packaging.
Orcas,
Yeah, orcas are
like
cooler.
killer whales.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
Dolphin. I mean, this is in the same family, but dolphins
Who's
are cooler.
gonna have dolphins? Like, these are things in an ocean. They're not cool. We never see them unless you capture them. What are you talking about?
Bears are pretty cool. A bear is cooler than a groundhog. I feel like that's just scientifically true.
No, that's not how science works.
All these animals will kill you, man.
Yeah.
That's what makes them cooler. I could punt a groundhog. I'm not scared of a groundhog.
Just because you're not afraid of it doesn't mean it's not like cool.
I think it does.
I hear you.
You say so silly things.
Silly guy.
It's a microphones that are recorded for people to hear forever.
Every week.
I just think we need to pick a better animal and then just completely replace
Well,
Groundhog
see, and
Day.
he struggled because Tom Brady lost, and so he had nowhere to put.
He had nowhere to
place
put-
his
That
egg.
is true. I've been in a very good mood the past 2 days.
He had no. How do you continue with this Tom Brady hate? Are we talking about? I don't know, but like, how do you do it knowing that your conspiracy theories aren't true now?
It's not that they're not true. That's
It
not,
does that they're
the
not
refs
true.
did everything.
They had plenty of chances to conspire against them.
The referees did
They
everything.
had plenty of chance to conspire against them. Two reviews,
touchdowns.
2 touchdown reviews,
Because-
and they didn't because it's not real.
No, because it was
it's
so,
not real. Admit it's not real.
It was so
Please
obvious.
admit it's not real.
It was so obvious
We
in the
saw.
AFC Championship game.
Everybody saw in those Buffalo's reviews. This is where the
because
Patriot thing could happen.
The reviews were clear. The fact that
They weren't
reviewed
though.
them-
They weren't.
No.
Neither one of them were
Oh, no,
clear.
the first one-
They weren't as clear as the Patriot. The Steelers game earlier in the year. Like they were not that clear.
No, the Steelers one is a ridiculous call to begin with, but he took 4 steps and then the ball crossed the
So
plane.
that one was a little bit more clear, but the one before
Yeah.
where he bobbled the ball and then stepped out of bounds.
That one wasn't clear, but also like
Look at him go.
the NFL made it so apparent that they cheat for the Patriots in the AFC Championship game. They couldn't do that again on a national stage. And also, I
Ladies and
guarantee you,
gentlemen,
they knew.
as he's keep talking, I'm gonna
That's
narrate
fine.
what's going on.
I bet
Ladies and
as they
gentlemen,
do,
currently while
they
he's doing
knew-
this, he's currently folding up tinfoil to put on his head later, as to get the right reception.
I bet they
from
knew
space
that
because
Tom
he's a
Brady,
crazy
if
person.
he wins,
And
he
as this
retires.
podcast, we were trying.
So
to
what
not
they did
look
was
him
they
in the
made
eye
sure they didn't
because
help
at this
him
particular
win
moment,
so that he would come
he's
back another
officially
year.
Lost it. We're no longer safe because he's a crazy person.
We're gonna find out that the guy who ate poop is Nate's uncle.
We don't know.
Some kid, Nate.
We don't have family from Philly. We're classy.
The meth heads are classy. Got it.
We're not related to meth heads.
Oh, they're the McNuts.
Next topic. Don't research that. Don't do. Derrick Rose. Let's talk about
Research that.
Let's talk about Derrick. We don't have to research that.
Keep going.
All right, next topic. Let's talk about Derrick Rose for a little bit, who hasn't been great this year. In fact, I don't think he's even been this year. I don't think he's happened at all in 2018. Anyway, his Adidas contract, it had some weird stipulations to it. He had royalties for private jets and appearance fees and stuff like that. And also, his older brother Reggie was making between $250,000 and $300,000 a year as a consultant. And also, Rose's best friend was making between $50,000 and $75,000 a year for also, quote, consulting.
You're speaking in past tense.
Yeah, he's still getting the money.
He's still getting this money?
This article is in present tense.
Yeah.
Makes.
Okay, so, man. All right, let me just ask this question. Do you guys have anybody in your life that you would put in your contract for, quote, consulting purposes?
Yes.
Yeah, 3 of them are sitting in front of me.
Aw,
I'm a real friend.
Yeah.
thanks, Dan.
Yeah, you act like this is a bad thing.
I didn't. Well, I
Yeah,
kind of
it's like an
presented it.
unnecessary thing. Like, why would he look out for his brother?
I'm not saying it's a
I
bad
don't
thing.
know.
It is unnecessary.
It's not unnecessary.
It's-
You want my services? This is how I get to the point where I am that you want me. These people in my life help get me there. So you gonna have to pay them. You think if I'm signing some big deal, my brother's not getting paid
No, but I also feel like your brother
to do
would.
nothing though?
You don't
If I
think your
can?
brother would like write for you and stuff?
No,
like that?
sure he will. What I'm saying is, like, even if he doesn't, you're gonna pay all of us because he's part of my process. You know what I mean? Whether he's actually writing or not, he's part of my process. You know, like him, I'm gonna have, bruh. I already know, like in my head, I have 4 people I know from college who are, if I like begin to write stuff, I'm like, oh, they're gonna be consultants. Like they're just gonna be a part of the process. They're not gonna get stupid money like that. But you're gonna get broke off. These corporations and stuff making all this money. Of course, I'm gonna pass it out. We gonna get ours. You gonna look at this like I can't believe
this is how the world works. It may not happen like in corporate world. It's like I know people who they hand over the exact amount. Hey, you need to bid this extraordinary amount of money so that you can get this contract, and it's all just because it's a friendship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I'm all for it. You said 250 to 300,000.
Yeah,
that works for me. They making him earn it because he was in that last Adidas commercial. He not, you know what I mean? You saw that last when they were around the table.
No, I see that
and
one.
it's like you saw the commercial right there.
Like for like 30 like
different athletes. And I was sitting around, I was like, why is Derrick Rose here? Right? So I guarantee he's like, look, we gonna use you some kind of way.
There's been ways for him to keep that contract going by making certain appearances and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta try to figure out how everybody can win. Mm-hmm. Rest assured that unless she doesn't want to be, which is perfectly fine. To an extent, me and Couture trying to become these Gaffikins. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to have everybody win as a team here.
Yes.
If you don't know the Gaffikins, Jim Gaffigan is, long story short, a great comedian, author, actor, so on and so forth. And his wife has been co-writer, producer, director of a lot of specials and TV shows and books. And so they over here raking it in collectively. Yep. And that's just one piece of the puzzle there. So my brothers-in-law, my youngest brother, he does promotions and whatnot and marketing. Mm-hmm. So I'm just like, hey, everybody finna come and get this cake. It sounds like though you finna keep it all to yourself.
No. I think the difference is
get on the boat with some Sperry's and a cigar.
Your whiskey, like, look what I done. I've conquered it all.
I would say I think
dive into a pile of money by yourself.
Preferably Confederate though, right?
Confederate.
That's not worth much anymore.
He's gonna get old ironclad. Whatever the Confederate boat was. No, go ahead. No. Go ahead.
I would say the difference is it pretty much sounds like though they're getting money for nothing. All of y'all's examples felt like people that would currently contribute to what you're doing, whether it's writing, directing, consulting. They put consulting in quotation marks, like we all know that they're not consulting.
The article that I read talked about how they were part of, I can't speak of present tense, but the article that I read kind of researching was talking about how they were a part of making the deal happen at the begin piece, like how his brother was helping make that deal become solidified. So therefore it was like, all right, this is what we did. Same thing with any player. All right, I got the MVP, now pay me for the next 8 years. All right, I help him get this whatever, and I help whatever this year, now pay me this year. That's how when I read it and I kind of interpreted it as it was written, it was like, I'm not speaking for now. I mean, because you know what he is now. He played 14 games so far this season.
So small.
So now they're just continuing to pay for what he did in the past.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have people.
Who are you paying though? I'm intrigued on who one person you put on the contract right now.
That's actually going to contribute
right now.
Or even if they don't, you're cool with them getting money.
Oh man,
I like that question better.
I don't know about my family. I guess my parents. I'd give my parents money.
No. Not like you get like they're part of the contract.
They're part of the contract.
So not like you breaking them off after you get money. It's
they
like
in there.
They're
in
part
the
of
contract. Man, I'm so sorry to my immediate family. We'll see how many of you guys listen.
Yo, disown him.
I don't know about that.
Owen's family.
Wait, answer the question
y'all too
first.
good for him. No, he didn't answer it. He didn't say nobody quick enough for me. Disown him. You can't care. You invite him over for no holidays, no more.
No, I mean
he's out here in this entertainment world. He ain't got y'all in mind. You can't come to my family. We good people. You can't be coming up doing that. You need to go find a brand new family.
They do for you.
They come to your shows. They be out here rocking the shirts, and you like, I don't know who I would put in a contract.
In a contract,
trash,
no.
bro. You trash, bro.
Good
That's bad. You better than yo. Listen, Owens family, y'all better than this.
Y'all can come
y'all
to the
deserve.
And produce anytime you want.
We
to.
will open you up, open arms. We're here for you.
I can put your mom down as a chef if I wanted to. I got all type of things.
Anything.
Stumped. Who's the person you gonna put on this list? Who's you gonna put? We're ready.
I really don't. I don't
still
know.
Ain't handle name.
I don't know what they would do.
Scrooge McDuck.
What would they do? They would just be your family.
If they could bring value to
what's happening.
Does he hear
if they could contribute.
So
probably
how
Sarah.
about they contributed your life?
So Sarah would
You don't
contribute.
think they can contribute at all to you being successful?
You've met my family currently? No.
I have. Me and Dave are esteeming your family.
Yes.
I don't know you know your family that well.
They're great people. What are Will and Ra going to do?
Oh, man.
What are they gonna do? Just give me a.
What are you gonna do, Nate?
Give me a
what
fake
are you
job.
What are you gonna do?
What do you mean?
What are you gonna do to contribute to your
I would assume to contribute to the family.
No,
or?
how you gonna sustain that contract? What you gonna do?
I assume you just keep doing comedy.
All right, yeah, that ain't gonna work out for you. That ain't gonna work out too well. That was at a sustain. Just keep doing
also,
comedy.
what are you gonna do? What are they gonna do? Some of your bits are about them. So at very least you want to keep them around to see what else they do, so they can use it.
Who's
so
doing
you
your
gonna use all
Who's doing your
stuff?
booking and your marketing and
Not-
your hair
not
and your
family.
style? So give us a name.
I don't know anybody yet.
So you gonna give strangers? You gonna give all the
That's
strangers
the
their money?
difference. I ain't giving no strangers none of my money. If you was, I'm out here with my,
I'm saying
my people.
I've seen the way my family dresses, so nobody's gonna be my stylist.
You're doing too much knocking on your
Yeah,
family
you
here. You
are.
haven't given us 0 names.
They're
That's
great
it.
people, and
No.
I'm going to.
No, they're not.
If
They are trash.
I'm at
You are
that
calling them
point,
trash.
no, that's not.
That's what you said.
I know because we talked about this before.
That's
'cause
what
my
you
mom,
said, bro.
My mom has asked to
You have
manage
called
me
your
before.
mom and dad trash on this podcast too many
We
times.
won't stand
We
for
won't
it.
stand
Oh,
for
I
it.
am not stand for it.
That's
Oh, it
fabrication.
ain't always about the words you say, baby. It's like jazz.
Yeah.
Sometimes
No.
it's about the words you don't say.
Yeah.
Listen here. Don't do that. That boy said, I can't think of nothing. How they going to bring me
Still,
value?
you kept trying to give them
We kept
chances.
trying to say
And he was
all
like, I
these
don't know what
things.
they would do.
I don't know.
It's
They're
like a
strangers.
professional set. No, but like I'll probably, but if I've got that kind of money, they're gonna get
No,
stuff.
no. It's not about what they're you just getting money.
We're
and
all
then
gonna
breaking
give
them
people
off.
money.
We like, hey,
That's
I'm
a
gonna set you up to
one-time
do this.
lump sum.
I'm gonna set you up to do that. See that Dan, you rock with your A1s, don't you? The people that
absolutely.
see that's what I'm saying. Mess with Dan. He rock with his
tough.
A1.
This
The
is
people
tough,
he like,
making
hey,
noise.
how can I get my people in positions to win? And you out here trying to win by
Everybody's
yourself.
got a
Nate.
I'm not
team.
trying to win by myself.
Sound like trying to win by yourself, bro.
I don't.
Sound like
That's
trying to
not
get your
it.
Sperry's, get your ironclad oats.
This is
not it.
You're
wooden
saying,
boat,
and we'll get
and-
out of here. You're saying I'm not going to put my family in, and then you have literally no team,
Yeah.
so you're going to drown. Who is going to help you? Give us a name.
I believe in separating business and family.
Okay, so
I'm not gonna have any of them like
So give us
manage
a good
me.
friend or somebody who's going to step up to the plate.
Oh, I would probably David and Bethany would probably help out. I trust
David
them.
Bethany, remind me
They're
again.
cousins.
They're cousins.
They're
the one
cousins.
in London, right?
Yeah, I have my friend Adam, who
Okay.
we've been friends since
Okay.
kindergarten. I trust him. But my family is just they're fun people. But I don't trust them in a business setting. It's never gone. We just
Let me tell you what you are saying.
we fight too much when it's
Your
real.
family trash. That's what you
what
said.
you're saying.
That's
It's
what
not,
you're saying, bro.
It's not what I'm saying at all.
They all listen to this podcast.
We
I
fight.
don't know how you say these things to the
too
microphone.
much.
Zero
No one.
people from my
business-
family listen to this podcast, bro.
We said that last week.
Zero.
And you
Zero.
just- you
Listen
just
to
cut
my
them out.
numbers.
Yeah, zero.
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 The opposite of a bunch. Zero. This cat got people coming to see us in Virginia Beach this
Yes.
weekend.
A word?
This is
Yeah, my aunt and uncle are coming.
zero.
You can't put them on the like anything.
And
Yeah, you can't put them on nothing.
That's ridiculous.
Too many people too good to you for you to just not find nobody.
That boy went back to kindergarten. Adam.
He did.
Adam don't listen to this podcast. Let's keep it moving. Adam dead. Let's keep going here. Next topic.
Ain't no Adam.
Ain't no Adam. Boy, put a name out the Bible. Let's keep it moving here.
What's the first thing gonna do? Adam.
Yo, so we've talked a little bit about LeBron's future next year, and I've thoroughly said that with all confidence he is not going anywhere. And I'm now down to about 91% with that. Recently, reports came out that in January, when they were disrespecting my boy Kevin Love's illness, that he was cursing out to front office execs. LeBron James was. Front office execs. His relationship with front office is dismal to depleted. He's not talking with them. They didn't consult him on the Kyrie Irving trade. It's just not looking good. And they are not a good basketball team at this moment. He says they should be. LeBron said they should be taken off national TV for their games. They've been bashed around. I think they've lost 12 out of the last 18. Something crazy. Don't look good. People are booing Isaiah. People are frustrated. Lou just went to the locker room recently to get. I don't know. We don't know what was going on. Larry Drew was out here coaching for a second. It is not looking good right now for the 33-year-old legend LeBron James to stay in Cleveland. My main thing was if they stay competitive, this is his story. This is his legacy. This is where he wants to finish. This is ultimately if they were going to keep winning, this is where LeBron would want to stay as Cleveland. Mm-hmm. But when the house starts to just start crumbling just a little bit to your left and to your right, it's tough. Now, I'll say this and we'll pass it. I do know that in the last 3-4 years, the Cavs have been able to somehow, some way, with different teams, figure it out right before the playoffs and get some momentum with some win streaks and have been in the finals the last 4 years, whatever. So time will tell. But this isn't looking good, team. Not at all. What are we thinking?
I always thought there would be a third chapter in LeBron's, or a fourth chapter in LeBron's career that would be another team. And it would be a little bit of ring chasing and then another, like, let me try to do this somewhere else. I really think it'll be Houston or LA.
Ooh, I don't like either one of them. But
I think Houston, because he and Chris Paul are friends. Yeah. They're buddies. And he's been known in his past to want to play with friends. And then LA, all of his business is in LA. And I know it's a little flimsy.
LeBron got business everywhere.
But I'm saying he's got a house in LA. All of his business
he got to show up
people
and
are
open
in
up the
it.
shop with the keys.
He was a blacksmith in San Diego.
Like,
I'm
LeBron,
saying-
hurry up and get here so we can open up the whatever shop.
LeBron had a chance to open up his businesses anywhere, and he put them in LA. He's put a house in LA. Right, but I'm saying, like, I think that's where he goes next. And I also think Cleveland is just, maybe this is what Kyrie Irving saw. When we talked about Kyrie Irving wanting to leave, we were all like, this isn't a great decision. Play with LeBron. Unless you know other stuff.
You were like that.
I was like that. But I also said, unless Kyrie
sense.
knows something's about to crumble. And maybe he just foresaw this.
No, I think Kyrie didn't want to play little brother because I think one of the quotes was, he was like, I don't want to play another minute with LeBron. And it wasn't with this organization. It was with LeBron. It was a very specific
a lot
words.
of the pieces with Isaiah and Dwayne Wade were kind of domino effects of Kyrie Irving leaving. So, but I hear you.
But no, I honestly, I think LeBron is just, I think I was not on team he's going to stay there. Now I am. But I think what he's trying to do is get Dan Gilbert to sell the team, which is something he was already trying to do early in the year.
To sell the team.
He was already trying to sell it, apparently. So I think he wants him, because he's like, it's not going to work there.
That's not going to happen.
No, he was already trying to sell it, though. That's the thing.
When?
Dan, earlier in the year, he was like, the reports where he was trying to sell the team.
I didn't hear that at all.
Yeah, definitely heard that. So, like, I think he's like, hey, man, we gonna be where we gonna be, but you need to get up out of here. Because I think LeBron is on some, like, I think he remembers that letter.
Oh, yeah, he never forget that.
And so I think he's like, yo,
that.
if we gonna burn this whole thing down, and I'm gonna
You
come
think
out.
so? I don't think he wants to burn it down.
I think he's gonna burn, because I think he knows basketball wise he can handle whatever, you know. So I don't know. Maybe he's like, I'm gonna burn it. I don't think he wants to go to LA.
Well,
I don't think he wants to go to Houston.
There's no winning in LA. I don't think he wants to burn it down because that's just where I have LeBron James in my top 5. So
Yes.
when I think of top 5 players of all time, I don't think they have that mentality. I hear what you're saying. I just don't think they have the mentality because.
Wait, how are you? Because I feel like I'm agreeing with what you're
saying
about
he's trying
to
to
say.
tank and lose.
No. I'm not saying necessarily trying to tank. I think what he's trying to do is put pressure on him to be. I don't think he wants him to be like, I don't want to play anymore. I think that he's like, you got to get out of here. You know what I mean? Like, you're the problem.
Okay.
I'm gonna be
I
here.
thought he was like losing.
Yeah, I think he wants to win on the court. I think he wants to win.
I always want to win on the court.
Yeah. I'm
Yes.
not saying that. What I'm saying is organizationally,
I see.
I think between the not talking about the Kyrie trade, not being like involved in there, all the other stuff. I think he wants to be like, oh no, you got to go, Dan Gilbert. Like, I came back to get rid of you. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean by burning it down.
I see.
Burning down the top.
Okay.
And being like, let's bring in some new people. Because he's gonna have that leverage.
I got you.
You know?
Gilbert's the owner, like the majority owner,
He
right?
is.
Yeah.
That is a big thing. I mean, you would hope, like a substitute teacher, that they would come back better than the original teacher and not one of Dan's boys or something like that.
Right.
I hear what you're saying. I think again, I still hold firm to 90%, like I said, that he stays. He tries to rise the ship. Unless there's another significant injury, I think Love is out a few weeks or whatever, they're going to make the playoffs. LeBron James is not at 33 going to miss the playoffs, even with this abysmal looking team right here.
In the East.
And then specifically in the East as well. So only time will tell. He is, again, still arguably the best player in the world.
Yes.
He is in the East. And, I do wonder if Isaiah is 100% healthy. Kyrie Love is out. Not Kyrie Love. Kevin Love is out. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of discord right now. So I do think they're going to get better as a team.
Yeah.
But right now, it's not looking like that at all.
Make some deals.
He said he's going to finish the year in Cleveland. Which,
Oh yeah.
Well, he has a no trade clause.
Yeah, LeBron ain't going
right.
nowhere.
And they was like, maybe he'll give it up. He was like, yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, no way.
You're not finna trade me to Sacramento.
No, yeah, absolutely. No, he worked too hard for that
shut
power.
the internet down.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy, bro.
Be a lot of fun. We'll see him in LA. Next topic. You guys voted on this, or our patrons did. What top 10 list you wanted? Damon made one. So the people's voice has been heard, and Damon is bringing you the top 10 worst things about parenting.
Shout out to the patrons for doing the polls. We appreciate you. I think we talked about it at the beginning of the podcast, but patreon.com, 4th and 10, hop on there for exclusive content, a lot of things, get a chance to be a part of the show with voting and this, that, and the other, extra features, bonus contents. We're going to have
Pre-show audio.
Yes, this is part of it as well. Some other cool things, have some stuff going to the mail. Let us know if you get that stuff in that mail too. Love to make sure that got there. You know, I don't say too much in the mail in 2018. So, but yeah, appreciate you. Anyway, this is a top 10 worst things about parenting. Side note, this list was challenging. One, because just trying to figure out things that are challenging. I probably could give you 100 things that are fantastic about it. I give you probably about 49 that are tough, but I tried to wean it all the way down to 10. So these are the top 10 things that are worst / most challenging about parenting. Number 10, seeing parents get disrespected. When I see other parents in these streets get disrespected by their kids, I want to just push people off cliffs. I want to push kids off cliffs. I want to push people off cliffs, like, because it's just demeaning to see. There was a boy in our school last year. By last year, I mean this fall semester. In the hallways, told his mom to shut up.
Oh no!
This was a 4th grader in public. Told his mama to shut up, and then she said,
"Where did she bury?"
And then she said, in that quote, she turned around. And she said, he's in one of those moods. No, boo-boo.
Like a dead mood?
He is a dead man walking. I'm about to leave this school. I'm about to become the essential black parent I keep holding inside. I'm about to lose my jets here.
Oh,
Shut
Lord.
up. Man, listen, I hate when I see parents get disrespected. So that's number 10, because we're you know what I'm saying, we're in a partnership as parents. It takes a village.
Team parent.
So when you see your village weaken, it's like, no, I don't like that. Number 9, the infant phase. Infants. We're not a huge fan. My wife and I were not a huge fan of the infant phase. It's just, you know, weak necks, and they're fragile, and, you know, they just eat, sleep, and poop, so they're kind of boring. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not a huge phase. Once they get about 4 months and they got a little meat to their bones, and the knees are squishy, you get squishy knees. You be like, all right, we can do a little something. I can tug a little bit here. But that infant phase, bro, where you just feel like a paperweight, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just you're just on eggshells, you know? Are you breathing? Are you on your tummy? Are you gonna roll over? All those things, because they literally have no skills. They have no skills, not one skill, no skills. So the infant phase is not a huge fan specifically for myself. Number 8, teaching kids how to wipe properly phase. That is a phase that we are in for the second time around. I don't remember even teaching my oldest how to wipe. I don't remember that phase, yo. I've said it once on the podcast. We need more attention on this phase as parents. It slides by. Dan hasn't got there yet. What's going to happen is people talk potty training. There's videos, there's Googles, there's websites, there's research. But nobody really talks about wiping. It's an important phase people are not talking about, and it is disturbing. It is disturbing. Boys or girls trying to properly teach how to wipe, because everybody wipes differently. I'm not going to ask you guys how you wipe, but the mechanics.
Thoroughly.
Listen here.
That's the only great
I
answer.
found out how difficult it was to learn English when I had to go to China to teach English. It's a very difficult language. I found out how difficult it was to wipe my own butt when I had to teach a 4-year-old, 3-year-old, 2-year-old how to wipe their butt. I'm like, how do I put my arm? Wait, let me go try to wipe my butt. Now they watching me wipe. They ain't watching me wipe my butt. That's not right. But that's not right. That's not right. But what I'm saying, it is an ordeal, yo. It is an ordeal, yo. That's a tough phase. 7, discipline your kids, yo. That's a tough part about parenting. It's just discipline. Me and Katoya, I don't know if you heard any of it the other night, Nate, but we probably had our biggest discipline moment the other night, and it was tough. It was gut wrenching. It was sad. You know what I mean? And so, like, how to handle it is just a rough moment. You know what I'm saying? Because
you know, the way you grew up, you know, you may still do it, but you probably don't for certain reasons, good or bad. You know what I mean? So just trying to figure that out is really challenging. Like, are you getting over on me? Am I being too hard? You know what I mean? And so just like I remember one time I in China, I got frustrated and I did something and I was like, that was out of frustration. That's what you don't want. You don't want to discipline out of frustration. So just trying to balance that. That's a really tough one there. I know I got deep on that one. Number 6, you just get tired about lying about ugly babies. That's just a tough thing. Like I literally have to lie every year about ugly babies. Like there's like 9 people pregnant right now in my church, and 6 of them are going to be ugly. It's just not. It's just statistically how that works. Like, you know, you ever seen like a baby with a lazy eye? You know what I mean? You ever seen that? Like it's just like, you know, it's just like a lava lamp. Like it's just not good. Like I don't like lazy. I don't just like they're just you know, like just like a bad raccoon. There's just a problem. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I've seen two babies where I was like, I used to do this bit talking about expired babies.
Oh man,
I ain't did it in a while, but I was like, this cat baby just went like a couple days too late. Like it wasn't a good thing. But you lie a lot of times. You lie a lot of times about babies, and that's a problem for parents. Number 5. The I won't eat anything phase. This is a big thing here. My youngest is in this phase right now where she really won't eat much of anything good at all. My son, he went through this phase and almost shut us down as first time parents. We were gonna lose our mind. He wasn't eating anything, and then we got him on some Easy Mac. Judge me if you want to, but he was eating, so he stayed alive. He was eating Easy Mac for like a week, bro. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We was like, just eat some, bro. Just eat some. And when he stopped eating that Easy Mac, we were like, we're dead! And so it was like, it's crazy. Like, they'll go through a phase where they don't want to eat anything. Nothing tastes good. My youngest right now, she doesn't want to eat really any meat, which is fine. You know, if she wants to be a loser in life, I'm not upset at that. But, like, all she wants right now, like, are blueberries and fruit snacks. And I'm like, we can't only eat blueberries. We can do the fruit snacks, but I need you to have some meat as well. So that's a difficult phase to get through as well. Number 4. We waste a lot of money as parents. And by wasting money, I mean a lot of food gets thrown away. That's a big thing right there. We start wasting money specifically on toys. You know how I feel about Christmas and things like that. We don't waste money on toys anymore right now. I do want to ask somebody how much I'm talking to the listeners. Are your kids still playing with your Christmas toys? This is something I want you to think about. And then you realize you shouldn't waste any money. But wasting money is a big thing for parents. And number 3, one of the worst things about parenting is the time you almost accidentally kill your baby. Oh, that is a tough moment, brother. It happens to every parent. All right, primarily sometimes in the infant phase. I think I may have said this once before, but when my oldest son, when he was, I don't know, maybe 3 months tops, wife was working hard. You know what I'm saying? Gave her a break, get some rest. I'm up at like 3 a.m. I'm walking and it's not working. I am dead tired. I'm staying with Lecrae at this moment. Shout out to Lecrae. Got to put pressure on him for him to come onto the podcast. And so he's got a 3-story townhouse. He was doing all right at the time. And I go down to the basement. I go to the basement where we have a swing. I don't remember putting my son in the swing. I don't remember buckling him up in the swing. I don't remember fully getting myself to the couch, putting cover on myself, and turning off the lights. But when I woke up, my baby was gone, and I was tucked in like an infant myself, bro. I don't know how I did it, bro. To this day, it haunts me. To this day. I was like, I almost killed my baby. You don't know how that happened, yo, but praise the Lord. Somebody came through for you, boy. Number 2, realizing the second thing, this is specific to my fellas out here, to the husbands and to the men, is just when you finally realize that your wife is working way more than you're working, bro. Way more. And not specifically in the infant phase when, you know, breastfeeding, if they're breastfeeding and things of that nature. But there was one time, I think we had 2 kids at the time. Maybe 3 kids. And I woke up. I felt good. I had a good night's rest. I was like, man, that was a good night. Me and my wife, we always say, how did you sleep? That's just kind of one of our conversation starters in the morning. How did you sleep? Slept well. I asked her, I said, babe, how you sleep? She said, well, you know, Mission was up all night. Liv threw up. And, you know, the alarm went off. And I said, wait, what? Wait, that happened last night? Because I didn't hear a thing. I was asleep the whole time. Somebody threw up, and you had to clean it up? oh my goodness, why didn't you wake me up?
Is that what you said?
I said all of that. You got to cover your tracks.
Yeah.
And so, but you know, it's just like, whoa, this cat's out here really working. So shout out to the women and to the ladies, and also fellas, step your game up. And then number one, the worst thing about parenting is, without a doubt, we've talked about it a little bit on this show already, but you're gonna get some more. The worst thing about parenting is how much BooBoo you have to clean up. I don't think people talk about this enough. I know we talked a little bit about BooBoo for 25 minutes early in the podcast. You clearly were thinking as you were doing this job, you was like, they're not going to talk about more about BooBoo at the end of this podcast, but you're wrong. I have to literally be around BooBoo so much in my life, from diapers to in general helping people wipe to it just in general. I don't know if there's anything more I do besides tell people to shh and stop boo-booing on yourself. I don't know. My youngest boo-booed on the floor the other day. I'm changing my oldest girl. My youngest is squatting down, chilling, playing with a toy. She's tricking me. I pick her up to put on her pajamas, and there's just a whole pile of just joy on the ground. I'm like, boo, what are you doing here? The wife is out of town. You can't boo-boo on the floor when the wife is out of town. And then a good look for the team.
Yeah.
So that's it. Those are the top 10 things that come to mind. Worst things about parenting. Let me know your feedback if you're a parent. I would love to hear what you think as well. What are some other things I should add to that list?
Dan, you got anything to add? As the only other parent in the room.
That was an incredible list.
Listen, man, it's all worth it. Don't get it twisted. But there's definitely
the almost killing your kid is a real thing.
Brother, to this day.
There's been a few times like coming down the stairs where like you kind of like almost trip,
yeah,
and then you just, like the reality of what could have happened flashes before your eyes, and you're like, well, pray. I believe in the God.
Yeah,
because I
like, why do we have stairs? you start looking around like we gotta get a slide. We gotta get something. Get an elevator. I get elevator.
Cushions down here, bro.
Yeah.
My dad broke my foot when I was a baby, carrying me downstairs.
Yo,
he broke your foot?
He broke my foot. He tripped, and somehow I ended up under him.
Oh, snap.
And yeah, so that was fun.
That actually explains a lot.
I don't think I hit my head. I mean, I probably hit my head.
Did.
But
you don't know it, but we know
the
it.
foot is the only photographed injury.
Oh, wow.
That's hilarious.
I think my dad pulled my arm out of socket.
Pulled? What?
Yeah. I wasn't a kid, though. I was like a kid. I remember
like 7 or 8 or like
probably younger than that. I just remember being like, "Oh, that's supposed to be." Like I can like low key dislocate.
Oh no, don't.
I mean,
that's not a good trick to break up at a party.
I mean, I don't do it. It's just like,
okay.
Yeah.
I hate the people who try to say, I can touch my. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not that guy,
bro. You're not 6.
Yeah.
Let's get
that weird out of here. What are you doing, adult?
That ain't hot, bro. You 36. Get out of here.
I'm double jointed.
Impressing some ladies with that. Yeah. Look, I got to scratch my middle of my back. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get some charisma. Get a personality. Can't be all on your shoulders.
Let's get to the last topic here. So the Patriots offensive coordinator just come off his loss for the Super Bowl, Josh McDaniels, who was a hot commodity, still is technically a hot commodity now for a head coach job, announced that he was becoming the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. They've got potentially still Andrew Luck, a prize quarterback with a lot of potential, and prestige and winning the title with Manning. It was like, yo, let's do this thing. And on the same day he announces it, he withdraws. He withdrew from the job, and it went crazy. You know what I'm saying? So now he's still currently with New England Patriots right now as the offensive coordinator. And this was just kind of rocked the world for about 3 hours because this was going to be very exciting for the Colts. New leaf. Luck was going to be back strong, healthy. They were trying to make some free agent signings, and then they were going to get this young coach who is a champion. I mean, he's at least 2-3 titles I can't think of. I don't know how long he's been with them. And he's like, yeah, you know what? Nah, I'm good, actually. Yeah. This has happened a few times in sports.
Right.
Your boy, I don't know if it's been in the same day, but Atlanta had a situation, right? Who was that?
Mike Petrino,
right? Donovan did it. Yeah. Billy Donovan did it.
With Orlando.
So it's a thing. How much leeway should we give a man or a woman who's getting a big role to be like, you know what? I changed my mind. We changed our minds.
Yeah.
I mean,
so real quick,
go ahead.
Apparently Robert Kraft is just gonna overpay him people are saying he'll overpay him just so like
to keep him.
to keep him in there. I think to like make him suffer for Deflategate. That's what I heard. It's like he's just gonna be like
suffer for Deflategate.
Yeah, like make him kind of like.
What does that mean? Suffer for Deflategate? What
Like,
that?
to make I don't know.
Because he doesn't have to. He can leave.
Yeah, because they suffered so much by the NFL giving them a Super Bowl ring. Man,
We got to stop letting you say stuff that doesn't.
man, what's suffering?
We need a bleep.
Or-
He's
or
gonna
just
have
let
to
him go.
pay
Keep going,
more.
keep going, Nate.
He's
Keep
gonna
going.
get paid more
And I'll
to
narrate what's happening
suffer for
again.
Deflategate. Well, Robert Kraft, aren't you just the angel? Oh, Robert Kraft. Well, I'm going to hold my people responsible by giving them money years later.
Blood pressure probably going
Stupid.
sky high right now because people are winning and he's not in life.
Bill Belichick did this years ago, so he's just following and just
He did what years ago?
He signed with the Jets, was going to be their head coach, and then within 24 hours resigned on a napkin. Didn't even write the full word, just said, I resign as HC on a napkin, like classy people do. Classy people give a less than 24-hour notice on a napkin. Bill Belichick's white trash, and I'm glad he's not the Jets coach. And so this is just following in those footsteps. But honestly, if
this is Jets coach, you'd be so happy because you'd have a Super Bowl.
We wouldn't have a Super Bowl because the NFL wouldn't cheat for the Jets.
You really have to stop this.
I really think that this just means Tom Brady is not retiring. I think when he left, he felt that Brady was going to retire, or this is Brady telling Robert Kraft, hey, if McDaniels is not the offensive coordinator, I'm out. I think that's what it has to do with it. That's my actual hey, that was kind of knowledgeable and thought out. That's all I've got. Other than that, I hope the entire Patriots roster gets the flu or food poisoning all at the same time and can't play football. So,
they'll always have more Super Bowls than you will ever have. They will always have more wins than your Jets.
Fine. What do you think about this, David?
They will always. I just need you to not. Man, how did you get this way? It's like this is almost like when you look at like villains, superhero villains, their origin stories. They couldn't have always been this way.
What is the origin?
What's your origin story of this
Nathaniel
ridiculous
Owens?
tin hat wearing, conspiracy thinking you
facts, like watching them get caught with cheating and nothing
If they
happened?
really were if they really were, then they would have lost. They would have lost all that stuff. Goodell, who hates Goodell, who clearly has a reason, he would have a reason to not want them to
There'd be
win.
more collateral damage.
Come on,
man,
you sound ridiculous.
Taping practices.
I think that girl who assaulted him in that van when he was 5 was wearing a Patriots jersey.
She had to have been.
And the scar that covered up his soul is so deeply entrenched that anything with red, white, and blue, if it's not a flag,
not stars.
all right, and it looks like a white man from a Patriot town, would make him go over the edge.
Was your Christian school rival team the Patriots?
I don't think so.
Did your mom slap you with a Patriot hat one time? Was that a thing? Did she ever just slap you one time too hard? She was like Paul Revere.
We didn't have Patriot hats in our house.
We had to have that in the house. We just concerned for you,
So
bro. We just want you to see 30. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. We ain't got to talk about this topic.
We want to see you at
now.
30. This is specific with someone
This is it.
who cares about
Not
you,
just talking to
who
yourself.
loves you.
We're gonna make these last 90
And
seconds.
who you'll write a
therapy.
contract in.
Who you'll write in the contract.
Nah, she can't bring me any
We
good,
want you
bro.
to open your heart to some kind nobody wants to be with this person that you put on the podcast.
Now, look, we're trying to give you people. We're trying to
We're
give you
trying
options
to
out
make
here.
you palatable to the mass, to anyone.
keep shutting it down.
And you get more passionate about this than when good things happen in your life. That's a problem.
Goodness.
I think that's the biggest problem.
Don't talk to his spirit, David. Don't talk to his spirit.
Can I talk about his recent Twitter? He went on a rant about the West Virginia
I didn't see it.
and Oklahoma.
All right.
He went
We
on
don't
a
have to talk
rant.
about that.
No, we do. Because I favorited those tweets. And you know if I favorite tweets, I got to talk about it.
He went on a rant.
West
Did
Virginia,
West Virginia lose?
No, they won. They beat Oklahoma, and he's like, I can't believe ESPN won't talk about. You know why ESPN don't talk about West Virginia? Because nobody cares. Not just about West Virginia. Let me be very clear. Nobody cares about college basketball until March. They care about marquee players until March. Then teams matter. No one cares about West Virginia where they're ranked. They never will until you get a marquee player on West Virginia. They're just a team until March. Now, if they go win.
If only we had the best two-way guard in college basketball.
Stop calling him that. When you put the stats up there, he had 10 points. You don't get to have 10 points
in this game.
But how many is he averaging?
He's averaging, I don't know,
12 maybe. He's not the best. He's probably the best defender. Sure, be the best defender.
Old
boy put up 32 points on him. He put up 32 points on him.
But you're saying he focuses on.
What happened was
the
ESPN
conspiracy. ESPN and he's tweeting all these people. It's like you're the sports version, because I feel like you only follow us Virginia people who agree with you. It's like you're like the sports version of like an old person that watches Fox News, and it's just like, I only like this, and I don't like those people, and then tell me what I don't like, and you just like repeat it and retweet it instead of having some sort of like balance to it. You're not fair and balanced.
I walked in, he was watching Lewis Black the other day.
Oh my, that makes sense.
That was Comedians of Cards.
That makes sense.
No,
I relate to him. He's so angry.
There's a lot that happened in that game. The thing that set me off was West Virginia won, and ESPN showed a highlight reel that did not show a single West Virginia offensive
possession.
Because
no one cares about
but
that.
That's part of the game. Your job is to report.
It's not anymore. It's about entertainment. It's about entertainment.
If you had watched 95% of that highlight reel, you would have thought Oklahoma won.
Nate,
of course.
Nate, did you watch the game?
I watched bits and pieces. Yeah, I kind of fell asleep during it. So I was in it.
Right, exactly. You're a fan and you fell asleep. If I'm a casual person, I care about one person in this, and one is Trae Young. That's all I care about.
I'm saying
so
your
you're
job
mad at
to put
it's
together.
not though. You want it to be. You want to be this old time like we report the game, the news as it is. No,
if you're showing highlights, show highlights.
No, you only.
Show,
the
you're telling me
story
West
is
Virginia
Trae
didn't
Young.
You're telling me that you can't tell the story of Trae Young and show a single West. You're telling me West
because no
Virginia
one
did not
cares.
have a single highlight.
No one cares.
People love great plays. They'll show high school plays on
Because they're
Sports
cool
Center.
plays.
There were great plays.
Was there a cool dunk in West Virginia?
There were, and I'm going to pull it up right now.
Pull up this dunk. If it's a regular dunk, Nate, I'm going to
It's
roast
not.
you.
That's
Nate,
fine.
Nate, it better be a dunk on somebody, because I promise you,
That
this is going to be the longest. I will
bro.
roast you for 30 minutes straight.
That wasn't finna give you
Even
a-
past the microphone. We could be off mic. I'm going to still roast you.
That boy finna give you a tip in,
He
bro.
going to give me a tip in, a hustle play. He going to
about
show
to give you a
a
one-handed
hustle
lob.
play. No one, but you have to, Nate, for real, it's not just what, no one cares about college basketball. They care about college basketball players. Trae Young is an important player. They're going to show that.
He can't take too much.
He can't take it because it's honest.
He can't take too much,
and
man.
it's not based
can't too
on
much.
his love for some place that he spent 3 months as a child and wears their hats religiously and shirts. Like, you need some balance in your life, man. Turn the channel to something else. Like, oh my goodness. We gotta bleep you.
What do your family say when they hear you talk on the podcast? What do they say?
What they say?
They give you any encouragement?
No.
No one encouraged you to do this?
No, this is all me.
Yep.
No, I'm saying, how do they say, hey, Nate, we heard that. There's a lot of things wrong with that. Here's some things you should do better.
They don't. My family
Nothing?
doesn't try to improve this
You can't
aspect of my life.
You can't find it?
I'll find it. I don't want to
Oh, no, yeah, you okay, good. Because I was about to say, if you show it on this podcast, I will roast you.
Off air,
I'll be a
on
man.
air,
I'll be a
in the
man of
car.
my word. I'll roast you for 30 minutes straight about from your head to your toes, Nathan Owens. If you keep bringing up how they didn't show this one little hustle play, tip dunk slam that nobody cared about. Nobody cares about that. They care about players. Why don't you get your coach to recruit better players? Stop recruiting players that look 45 years old when they're 19. That dude's still there. I was like, he's still here.
Oh, that bald-headed
That
dude?
bald-headed dude.
That boy still play?
He still plays.
He like somebody uncle, bro.
Come on, man. He like somebody uncle. Like a great uncle out here. And he's not the best two-way guard in college basketball.
No, Devontae Graham's definitely
Kansas,
the best.
right?
Yeah,
he's the best two-way guard.
But nobody even cares about that.
And no one cares about that.
I'm a Kansas fan. No one cares.
See what I'm saying? See, he has a realistic view of what's going on
guys.
in life, Nate.
We did it. We
did
try
it.
to start strong, and then you had about 4 topics, and then outside of
I'm
that,
watching.
what happens is, David's watching the video right now. Nate's showing it to him on
You
the
tell
phone.
me that doesn't deserve.
And so
No,
what happens
it's a
is,
dunk. in
It's a dunk
traffic.
over 2 people.
No,
That's
it's around a person. Like, that's not top 10 worthy.
I'm not saying it's top 10.
Then why are we
worthy.
talking about it?
It deserves
gotta
to be.
bring him top
it
10,
deserves
bro.
to be part
what
of
time
that
of the game did that
game's
happen?
highlight.
I'm gonna talk about you. What time of the game did that happen? I'm gonna give you a chance.
That's 3 minutes left in the second half. West Virginia's up by 2 possessions.
3 minutes in the second half. Don't nobody care.
He dunks over 2 people.
It's not over. He went
But
around.
I'm sorry that Trae Young
He went around.
didn't breathe oxygen. So there's
Trae
a
Young
highlight.
is important. Who is that person who dunked?
Doesn't
Is
know.
he?
Too
Huh?
low. Too
You
low.
don't
He
know.
doesn't
No
know.
one cares. He won't be anybody
Tweet.
to anything other than his
My
kids
memories are that great.
in 10 years.
People tweeted us things that Nate enjoys and likes that he said on his podcast.
Yeah.
I really can't think
Yes,
of more
people.
than 2. Let us know.
And it
some
can't
things.
involve neck. It can't be a Patriots loss.
What are your two?
It can't be a Superwoman or a Patriots loss.
Yeah.
That's right. It has to be a positive.
He likes Superwoman a lot.
It has to be a positive. That's right. My two were negative. I don't have any positives here.
No
That's
one
the
can
only time-
find anything positive about
That's the only
what.
time Nate liked turtles is when you talk about Superwoman. He's like, oh God, no.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Thank you guys
Tweet
for
us.
listening. That's all of our topics.
Let us know.
We just want the best for you.
My name's
We're your friends.
My name's Nathan
You
Noah.
want to be in your contract, bro.
Yeah, we want to be in
You can
contract.
find
But
me on
honestly,
Twitter.
if you put me in your contract, I'm like, I'm out. I don't want no part of what you got coming on because it probably covers some negativity. That I
Next
want
week we
to-
gonna walk into a podcast and it's just gonna be an
_Owens.
intervention.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, he gonna think it's a
Microphone's
podcast.
gonna be away.
He gonna drive in with me. I'm like, man, we gotta get this list done. And
Yeah.
then sit there. There's like 8 people
There's
here.
8 people around.
And just sitting there like, hey, can we talk?
Can we talk?
You can just get on my social media on NathanOwensComedy.com.
There we go. Yo, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Do or Die, or my website, DavidPurdueComedy.com.
Too good, too good. Get at me on Twitter, man. DAMONJR. Friday night, Nathan Owens and I will be at Back Bay Brewing in Virginia Beach. And then Saturday, we'll be at the Comedy Club of Williamsburg, in Williamsburg, Virginia. So come check us out. If you're around, if not, tell people about it. But again, appreciate you always listening. One more time, check out patreon.com. Exclusive content still coming your way. Don't miss out on that, man. Thank y'all so much.
Continue to rate and review. Hashtag 4th and 10. See you next week.
Holla.
Peace.
I haven't really woken up until I've had my McDonald's breakfast deal. And I know this is true because before breakfast, I put my phone in the refrigerator and couldn't find the keys that were already in my hand.
Nothing gets the morning going like the first sip of an iced coffee. Get any size and any flavor for 99 cents until 11 a.m. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. McDonald's. I'm loving it.